Hello everyone. Let's provide the solution to this question. We are asked to resolve the compound algebraic fraction into partial fraction. So we have that 2x minus 1 divided by x squared plus 8x plus 15. So looking at our compound fraction, we can observe that we have a quadratic expression at the denominator. So the first step we take is to check if this denominator is factorizable. So recall that for a quadratic expression to be factorizable, the discriminant d must be greater than 0 and also must be a perfect square. So thus, let's have it and see. So recall that d, which is a discriminant, is equal to b squared minus 4ac. Now for our expression, a is equal to 1, which is the coefficient of x squared, b is equal to 8, and also c is equal to 15. So this becomes 8 squared minus 4 times 1 times 15. So a squared is 64. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 15 is 60. So we have negative 60 here, which is equal to 4. Thus, since 4 is a perfect square and 4 is greater than 0, our quadratic expression is factorizable. So we have it now that x squared plus 8x plus 15. Now, to factorize this expression, we have to look at for two integers that their sum is equal to 8 and their product is equal to 15. And those two integers are positive 3 and positive 5. So this becomes x squared plus 3x plus 5x plus 15. Now we can factorize and group as x, open a bracket, x plus 3 plus 5, open a bracket, x plus 3. So at this point, we have it that x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 5. Thus, we have been able to factorize the quadratic expression. So therefore, it follows that 2x minus 1 all divided by x squared plus 8x plus 15 can also be written as 2x minus 1 all divided by x plus 3 and x plus 5. Now, since the denominator has been reduced to the product of two linear factors, the compound fraction can be resolved as a divided by x plus 3 plus b divided by x plus 5. Now, if you don't know how I obtain this expression here at the right hand side, please watch my video in this playlist on the rules of resolving partial fraction. That video provides a guided step on how to resolve partial fraction. Now, let's obtain the values of a and b. So the first step to obtaining the values of a and b is to take the LCM of the right hand side. So therefore, if we take LCM, the LCM becomes x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 5. So x plus 3 times x plus 5 divided by x plus 3 will be left with x plus 5. So we have that a multiplied by x plus 5. Also, x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 5 divided by x plus 5 will be left with x plus 3. And we have that this is b multiplied by x plus 3. Now, at the left-hand side, we have 2x minus 1 divided by x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 5. Now, looking at the left-hand side and the right-hand side, we can observe that their denominators are equal. Thus, we equate the numerators. So this is 2x minus 1 equal to a multiplied by x plus 5 plus b multiplied by x plus 3. Let's call here equation b, and let's call here equation a. Now, to obtain the values of a and b, there are two methods. One is the cover-up method, and the other is comparing coefficient method. Now, those two methods, I have used them to resolve compound fractions into partial fractions. So check out this playlist and you will find that. But for this video, I will be using the cover-up method to obtain the values of A and B. So the idea here is that we substitute complement values of X into equation B to eliminate any of the variable. So the first is that let us substitute S to be equal to 5 into equation 2. So the equation now becomes 2 multiplied by negative 5 minus 1 equal to A, open bracket, minus 5 plus 5 plus B, open bracket, minus 5 plus 3. Now at this point, from the left-hand side, 2 times negative 5 is negative 10 minus 1 equal to A, open your bracket, minus 5 plus 5 is 0 plus B, open your bracket, minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2. So at this point, 0 will leave because 0 times A is 0. So minus 10 minus 1 is minus 11 equal to, and B times negative 2 is negative 2B. So we have negative 2B. Thus, B is equal to minus 11 divided by minus 2. So minus can cancel out minus. B is equal to 11 divided by 2. So we have obtained the value of B. Now let's obtain the value of A by substituting X to be equal to minus 3 into equation B. So this becomes 2 multiplied by minus 3 minus 1 equal to A, open your bracket, minus 3 plus 5 plus B minus 3 plus 3. Now from the left-hand side, 2 times minus 3 is minus 6 minus 1 equal to A, open your bracket, minus 3 plus 5 is 2 plus minus 3 plus 3 is 0. So B multiplied by 0. So this we cancel out because B times 0 is 0. So we have this to be minus 7 equal to 2A. So A is equal to minus 7 divided by 2. So we have obtained the value of A to be equal to minus 7 divided by 2, and the value of B to be equal to 11 divided by 2. So at this point, we can substitute the values of A and B into our fraction. So recall that 2x minus 1 divided by x squared plus 8x plus 15 was resolved into A divided by x plus 3 plus B divided by x plus 5. At this point, if we substitute, the right-hand side becomes minus 7 divided by 2 multiplied by x plus 3 plus 11 divided by 2 multiplied by x plus 5. So at this point, we have been able to resolve a compound fraction into partial fractions. Thank you so much for watching. And if you know you found the video helpful, please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, for compound fraction in which the quadratic factor is not factorizable, check out my playlist on partial fraction in this channel, and you will find videos where I provided solution for such kind of compound fraction. Once again, thank you for watching, and I wish you success in your learning. Bye.